let's get into
CEDIA.
it.
How about that? Because
when did you get it? When did you arrive in Denver?
Friday. No, was it Thursday? Sorry,
Thursday, right?
evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was supposed to get there in the afternoon, but my flight kept getting delayed, so I got there at 7 p.m. So I basically missed all of Thursday.
I see. So you were there, what? How many days is that?
Thursday night, Friday all day, and I left Saturday afternoon.
Gotcha.
Which the show obviously ended Saturday afternoon. So.
Yeah. So was there Sunday? Was Sunday part of it or no?
I mean, for those of us who had like the editorial pass and, people who know people, they were still able to go behind the scene and, talk to the vendors and all that kind of good stuff. So that would have probably been the best time to get more content and stuff for
B-roll and all that kind of stuff. Looks like it says September 6th through 8th, was the conference, and then the show was 7 through 9.
Yep.
Yeah,
so a lot of people got there Tuesday. Some people went on Wednesday. Most people got there on Wednesday. So.
Yeah.
Are you planning to have any coverage on?
He already has
YouTube. Yeah, I see some here. We can talk about some stuff that you already have up 5 hours ago, 1 day ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, youtube.com/@EasyHTTech. Right.
Yeah.
So you can go here, and you've been covering a lot of these events. You were at CEDIA. What was this other one? Audio Advice Live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was at M-Wave, Audio Advice, and now CEDIA. So
yeah,
all over the place. So
that was the Will Klein explaining the grill on the Sonus Faber.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, good thing about CEDIA is that you didn't have to hang out with Chana. So that means that your chances of bad things happening went down by a lot, Like you're getting the trouble way down
because he's easy.
I take it easy, right? So yeah, there was no need for all of that in CEDIA, So I really wanted to capture a lot of content. I actually did not have time to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us what happened at CEDIA. I wasn't able to go. Chana wasn't there, and for the folks who have maybe never been there, what was it?
The last one I went to was at the same place, Denver.
Oh, okay.
It was in the same place, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always been at Denver. Last year
they change every 2 years. So last year was Texas. Last 2 years was Texas. This the first one I went to in 2017 or whatever was San Diego. So I just drove down there, and then it was San Diego twice, and then it went to Denver twice, and then went to Texas twice, and then back to Denver twice. 2 years. So this is the first year back in Denver, so it should be another one. Next year should be in Denver also. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what was the overall vibe like over there? Yeah, you go in, and then what happens?
I think it was great, but I think it's much more fun when you already know people who are kind of in the industry, right? But if you were probably just the regular guy who just walked into that place, you would probably just be confused, right? So there's so much going on. That convention center is completely packed from audio gear, home theater, car audio stuff, even gaming simulations. There's everything there.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know if people might be trying to sell cars in there for all I care.
Yeah.
So it's one of those places where there's so much options. It's just
you have to kind of like plan. You definitely have to plan it out.
Yes.
And there's so much, because it's for the CI track, right? Which is the custom integrator track. So you're going to find a whole bunch of stuff that consumers don't even like. When I interviewed them at Yamaha, they're like, oh, well, we have these receivers, but what we're showing off is this whole home matrix amplification system that we've never seen before out of Yamaha, right? You go to any other regular show, you're not going to see anything like that. Bang & Olufsen, always at CEDIA, and they're always showing off some really flashy stuff. They once had one, their OLED TV that like pops up and it does this little kind of thing. And their two and it's a living room setup. So that's the one part of the living room with the couch, and then there's a dining table behind it, and then a wall on the back. And that wall has these geometric shapes that you think is just art, but no, those are the surround speakers. The Bang & Olufsen surround speakers that look like art, but it's on the back wall. So like this is the kind of shit you just don't.
Yeah, you see a lot of things that are probably on the way out. Like I did get to see the first world wireless OLED TV, LG M3.
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted a video of that
that's
on
your
channel too.
Yep.
You know, and it was impressive technology, just having them explain how it works and the built-in speakers that are built into it and all that. This is cool. You know, you get to see things that are not out there on the market. Was it Proceller is finally getting into the AV game.
Yeah, that's what
they have a 16-channel processor that is coming out.
How much does it cost?
He said between $700 and $7,500. So
okay.
You heard it here first. $7,000.
$7,000.
Yeah, between $700 to $7,500 should be coming out probably first quarter or second quarter of next year. So those are the kind of things that you get to see there, right? It's like things that recently just got launched or things that are coming out in the near future. So it was amazing. You know, Hisense, there's a lot of cool. Look, Hisense is stepping up their TV game. It makes no sense. The TV game is moving in a direction that is almost like, you know, Sony and LG need to be very careful.
This is it right here, right? $7,000.
Yeah,
it looks like it's kind of. Yep. Is it built from the ground up, or is it on a platform that we've seen before? Like,
he did mention the name. It's not. I think it has its own custom calibration software. I realized I didn't ask him that on camera, but I did ask him when we're done. It has its own. Everything is unique to it. He did in the video. He tried to explain some of the technologies. Obviously, I was doing the recording, so I wasn't even paying much attention.
Mm-hmm. How come he has my background? Go back a little bit.
Come on, focus, Ike. Come on.
I did capture. Yeah, I did capture the.
All right. Look at the back of the
channel. Yeah.
Look at that. So wait, 16 channel. Wait, why are there binding posts? And then it's a processor, right?
Yeah, it's a processor. It's an AV pre-pro.
So why do they have the binding posts here?
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, because that means that it's got an amplifier in it, right? Right?
Yeah, Joe? I think it does have. Yes.
Oh,
it does.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so it does have an amplifier.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep, and it's 16 channel and then 11 powered, I believe. 11
okay.
Powered.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes. Then you would need an amplifier for the remaining 5 channel.
Got it. All right, cool. Yeah, you know, a lot of times you gotta. I learned this at my first CEDIA when you guys that Epson I did from CEDIA in San Diego. That was my very first interview I'd ever done in my entire life, and so that's when Joe was like, "Yo, this is the least awkward." CEDIA video I've seen all day.
That's as good of a compliment as you're gonna get.
Yes, yeah, and just think, dude, that was like my very first time doing an interview at all, ever. I just did it because why not? So here's one of the things you got to remember, Ike. You got to get as much product specs and as much interesting stuff about the product as possible, and then price, availability, release date. Get for every video. Boom, 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 boom.
So some of those are covered in the video, right? So the release date, the price is on there, so, and like you said, the challenge also of being the one doing the video and yourself, and then, trying to go back and forth with question, and it poses its own challenge. So.
You saw me do it at Audio Advice, right? What did I do? I did it in 2 steps. Right, shot the video first, and then went and took the B-roll of all the little parts later. If you don't have somebody shooting for you, it's too hard to actually be engaged in the conversation. Like if I were to have tried to do that with Will Klein, dude, I would have been so lost. I'd be just like, this is way too hard, so it's better. I feel it's better to focus on the conversation, because especially if you're interviewing an engineer, because my goodness, like you have to really lead the conversation. You got to pull out the nuggets, otherwise they start getting bloop, 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 bloop. They'll be over here, and you got to be like, hey, we need we got this is for YouTube.
Also, if you're talking to another YouTube guy who loves to talk, about his DJing, you
gotta cut Shauna off. 100%.
You gotta like jump in there and like guide the conversation. You know what I mean?
Joe
like
does
for
that
example,
shit all the time.
I've been trying to figure out what are some of the things that you saw over there without Shauna talking about what happened like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Shauna.
And I've been trying not to cut him off so he doesn't.
Yeah. I want to know what are some cool things that you saw there, some stuff that you found interesting. This is, Tim's got to cut this part and make it.
Oh, yeah. This is for Tim.
Summary from Easy HT Tech. What is it going to be?
I would say, the LG boot was probably one of my favorite, just in terms of the technologies that they have coming out and just the kind of research they're doing. They even had a suitcase TV, then obviously they have the wireless OLED. Now, the rest of it, I'm looking at it from an innovation standpoint, and then there's also the demo side of it, right, where you go listen to all the new speakers that are coming out there, Monitor Audio and all those guys had all the new speakers that are coming out. So you can find a lot of those stuff out there, but I was more in the grind mode, right? I knew I had just Friday. So my focus is just go there, capture as many booths that I could. And, got a chance to hang out with Antonio Grimani. Dude, that guy, when you talk to him, it's PhD level conversation, but really great guy. And get to see just other technologies that Seymour has. I got to finally see their automated masking system, which is like, man, it's one of those things you never think you need until you get to sit in the room and just experience it, and you're like, oh, okay. This stuff really does make a difference.
I need to sell a kidney to buy that thing. Yeah.
So you were talking about some of the speakers that you may have actually heard at some of the other events that you went to. Did any of them sound different at this event? Because of course the rooms are different. Did you notice like, oh, it sounded not so good over there, but it sounded really good over here? Did you experience any of that, or they all pretty much sounded the same?
They probably will sounded the same. One, I mean, thinking between Audio Advice a month ago and, for example, last weekend, I don't even think I can clearly remember what it sounded. But then again, you have the same guys doing the same calibration, doing the same EQ, doing the same thing, right? So,
but it's a different.
I don't know how much different it's going to be if the same guy is going to this different shows and doing the same calibration with the same system. I think the delta is not going to be much. No.
What was the best sounding system that you heard there?
The best sounding system? Was it Monitor Audio? I need to check. I actually don't even remember, but let me check my notes, because I think I made some notes.
I think I remember the last time, I think it was CEDIA. You went to CEDIA before, right?
Yeah, in Dallas. Yeah.
I think the last one that you said that you liked a lot were some
the Linda Steinway. The Linda Steinway. They did not have a booth, I believe, this time at CEDIA. But yes, there's still nothing I've heard, even this year, that matches just Linda. I don't know what those guys do, but yeah, it was their system is very different.
All right. So there wasn't a standout thing like that, because last time you were just like, that room was, you said it sounded so clear. And so maybe you're just getting used to it. You've been going to a lot of these. Maybe you're getting spoiled by your own home theater.
That too, and also the fact that I was just in grind mode, versus I think I spent more time listening at the last CEDIA versus this one. This particular time, I just went in there and was like, okay, I'm going to work. I'm going to meet people, build relationships, because the opportunity was right there, right? So, I mean, last year when I walked into CDEIA, I had to really walk up to people and chit chat. But I think this year I had a few people say, "Hey, good to see you." You know, so I was spending more of my time just trying to build connections, get to know people better, and then capture as much content as I can. Yeah. So, but in terms of, speakers, nothing. But maybe it's because I'm just being spoiled.
Anything visual, like some cool projectors, TVs, aside from the masking system that you just spoke about?
Christie.
Oh, the Christie.
The
okay,
Christie
what was that about?
Like the Christie projector, I think it's almost like the OLED of projectors.
What's the crystal projector? Or is that, wait, what is it called?
Christie.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Yeah. I think it's what is it called? Christie 380, or I can't remember. What is it called again?
Christie introduces 4K 22 HS22 500 lumen. No, that's not it. 500 lumen. That doesn't sound
500.
Christie Griffin.
There.
Yeah, the Griffin. That's one of those projectors where you could put your hand in front of you and you probably won't even see your hands. So that was one of the good things. I got to see the new what's it called, Kaleidoscape Terror releases. I think that everyone just really wanted to see that. It was even difficult trying to get an interview with them because they were really, really busy. And obviously Mad VR was there doing its thing. It's an amazing technology.
What is something that you really wanted to bring home for review, or something that you wanted for your home theater system? Anything that you're like, I want that.
Man, it's a Christie projector. Any of the projectors they had there, honestly. And maybe it's just the way I'm wired. I'm more of a visual person, right? So if I had $100,000 to spend on speakers or projector, chances are I will go with the projector. Some people will go for subwoofers. Right. So the projectors out there are just amazing. The Mad VR, amazing. Those are the two things that I would take home any day, anytime.
All right.
Because I think they have the most noticeable improvement in any home theater. I think I'm finally a believer that if you have good speakers and you can really EQ them properly, or get somebody who understands EQing, you're not going to be listening to 24 subwoofers in your room like they had in some of the demo rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody's going to be doing that. And at that reference level, you're not going to do that. So I don't think the difference will be that much for most people.
Yeah.
I see. So you kind of hit a point where you're like, this is realistic in a home situation.
Yeah.
And you're going to be very happy once you have maybe 4 very nice subs. I think you're going to be pretty happy. 24.
Yeah, cool. 24, is strictly for demo, and even at that price point, right? How many people will really be able to afford some of those rooms were $500,000. Some were clocking $1 million, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
what's amazing to me that they would bother to bring 24 subs, right? Because first of all, you have to get all the subs over there, and then you have to set them up and then calibrate them. That's a ton of work.
Oh yeah, one of the rooms took like 30 hours to
30 hours. Yeah, they put that video up. I remember Wisdom Audio had 2 big rigs worth of equipment.
Wow.
And they were running a 13.8.8 with stadium seating, and this was in a ballroom. Ike, did you guys, there were ballrooms below the main show floor? Did you go to any of those?
Yes.
What was down there?
I think the Epson room was there. I think Sony also had another room there. And yeah, there were a couple of, but the only one I went in there was Sony. Epson actually went there. I got some footage in there, but it was just a bunch of guys just hanging out, chilling, drinking, and listening to two-channel music. Yeah. But the other rooms, I kind of peeped in there, but nothing really drew my attention.
You know, there's a lot of stuff, dude. There's like lighting panels, like a company that makes lighting panels that are like smart, and you can program everything from this like little light switch, and it has a camera. You can do an intercom through your house. There's all kinds of crazy shit that we didn't even think of. Seura or Sarah does like a whole outdoor TVs out. Did you check out the outdoor area?
Yeah, I did. And there was this amazing company that does lighting, Prolux. I was able to get some footage for them. I'll put a video up on the channel.
Hold it up again. Hold it up again.
It's called Prolux. They have some really amazing lighting that would easily fit into the home theater space, you know, but it's, yeah, they had some beautiful lightings. I came back and I was like, I think I need to make some bulkhead lightings in my home theater.
Going to a
that
show
is
like
one
that.
thing, one takeaway that I had like that. Yeah, it was really impressive to see what they could do with their LED lights.
Now, if you can't catch the show, we do have an audio version at anchor.fm/daily HiFi. So make sure to go on over there if you like to listen to the show.